Welcome to Impact Incidents channel. This is gonna blow your mind. 1 minute, everything's normal, like you know what to expect. The next, the whole world's holding its breath, watching this cloud of radioactive stuff drift across the sky. Chernobyl wasn't just something you saw on the news, it was like a really scary reminder of how powerful atoms are and how fragile we are. I've always been into weird stories, the unexplained stuff. But Chernobyl, that was different. This wasn't a ghost story or some crazy conspiracy, this was real, and what happened was terrible. The calm before the storm. Pripyat in Ukraine, it was like a perfect Soviet town. People who worked at the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant lived there with their families. It was a place where people had hope, thought things were getting better. Kids played near the power plant, not knowing about the danger inside. The plant itself, everyone thought it was amazing. A really clever piece of engineering, proof of how smart Soviet engineers were. But underneath, things weren't so good. People ignored warnings, safety rules weren't followed. It was like everything was lined up for disaster. The night the world changed. April 26, 1986, 1:23 a.m., a normal safety test goes wrong. Something unbelievable happens. Reactor number 4 at Chernobyl blows up. It makes a huge hole in the roof and sends this radioactive cloud way up into the sky. Firefighters rushed to the scene. They didn't know about the invisible danger. They fought really bravely to stop the fire, and they stopped it from being even worse. Real heroes. But the damage was done. The world would never be the same. Bravery and sacrifice. Right after the explosion, it was chaos. Nobody knew what to do. The people in charge didn't understand how bad it was. They waited too long to tell people to leave. People went about their day not knowing they were breathing in deadly radiation. Even though it was super dangerous, ordinary people were incredibly brave. Doctors and nurses worked really hard to help the injured. Miners risked their lives digging a tunnel under the reactor to stop it from getting worse. They saved so many lives. Unlike a bomb or a natural disaster, Chernobyl was sneaky. You couldn't see it. Radiation got into the soil, the water, even the air. It was like an enemy you couldn't see, smell, or taste. But it was really dangerous. It's hard to know exactly how many people Chernobyl hurt. Thousands died from radiation sickness right away. Loads of other people got cancer and other illnesses later on. We might never know the real number. A land transformed. The explosion at Chernobyl changed everything for miles around. Pripyat, which used to be so lively, became a ghost town, stuck in time. Empty buildings, taken over by nature. A really sad reminder of what happened. The area around it, they call it the exclusion zone. You still can't go there. It's a spooky reminder of what Chernobyl did, but, life finds a way. Animals have come back to the zone, and they're doing well without people around. And voices from the zone. The stories of the people who were there are the saddest. Families split up, lives cut short, dreams shattered. I've talked to people who survived and they still have the scars. Physical and emotional from that terrible day. They feel a deep sense of loss, they miss the past but they can't get it back, but they're also strong. They're determined to rebuild their lives and remember the people they lost. Their stories show how strong people can be. Learning from tragedy. Chernobyl was a wake-up call for everyone. It showed us what happens when we're not careful, how important it is to be honest, and how we need strong safety rules for nuclear power. Since then, lots of things have been done to make nuclear power safer all over the world, but we can't forget what happened at Chernobyl. Nuclear power is dangerous, and if something goes wrong, it's really, really bad. Our nuclear future. Thinking about the future, nuclear power is still a tricky thing. It's a powerful source of energy, but it's risky. We need to figure out how to use it without putting ourselves in danger. Chernobyl reminds us that the choices we make today affect everyone in the future. We need to be careful, learn from what happened, and try to make a safer future for everyone.